Okay, so today we are looking at a new tablet from the guys over at Hotwave. Now, I previously did one of their tablets. I believe it was last year, possibly. And you know what? Pretty good. Now, I don't know the price point for this right now, but usually if you look at, let's say, an iPad or something like that, they probably come in around the standard iPad price, not the Air or the Pro. So probably somewhere in that $400 or $500 range, I would believe, for this. Now, I have some specs right here before we actually open it. This is the Hotwave R9 Pro, and we're looking at processor-wise, we're looking at a Unisoc T606. 2 times the A75 1.6 gigahertz plus a 6 times A55 1.6 gigahertz processor. You get 250 gigs, let's say plus 6 of memory. It's an 11-inch full HD ultra clear resolution. Big battery in this, 20,080 milliamp hours, 20-watt charging. 64 megapixel CMOS rear camera, a 16 megapixel Samsung front camera. What else do we have here? And it looks like this is one of these iPads. I believe their last one was too that we did was kind of like a tough tablet, right? It's like a tough one, so it's got like some good padding and everything on it. What does it say here? We should be running Android 14. It can record, it says, I believe, video. It says 1080p 60 here. 14 gigs of RAM, but it can do, of course, you can put in a 2 terabyte, it looks like, external like micro SD card if you want to take the 256 gigs and make it higher. It looks like 2 SIM slots. It comes in at about 1,066 grams. It's IP68, it says IP68, IP69K, a dual shot molding TPU and PC and glass fiber integrated back cover, whatever that means, a 1200 by 1920 resolution at 60 hertz. I think this is PPI. PPI comes in at about 207, and it's a 400, probably 400 nits, I believe it is. Some of this is in a different language, so I'm kind of trying to figure it out as I go. Corning Glass 3. 1500 for contrast. Let's see what else is kind of important stuff here. A 1/2-inch optical. They say optical dimension. I guess that's for the camera. 64 megapixel, 1.8 aperture. I'm guessing that is the rear camera. Yeah, 80-degree wide angle, and it has a flash. Cool, very good. A 1/13 inch would be your front-facing camera. Has no information on the actual aperture for those, just so you guys know. It says here, standby time is 3,000 hours. Wow. Talk time, 1,000 hours. Nope, 100 hours. Sorry, not 1,000. Music play time, 1,000 hours. Type-C for charging into your interface. It says it has support for Face ID, and it does have a GPS inside it. So that's kind of nice. It also has your Wi-Fi 5. What else does it have here? Try to go through it. It has a G sensor in it. Go. Anything else kind of cool? Rapid charge, a sound amplifier, over-the-air updates. It says Type-C for your headphone jack. That's kind of all the specs that I have for you fine folks right now. Anyways, let's take a look in the box. Is really, so, as you guys know with me, right? Specs are great, but I just want to see how it actually performs, because you know what? I've seen things that look like they have fantastic specs on paper and not perform great, and things that I was like, that's really budget, and you know, for the money, that's really quite good. So as much as I appreciate things that might be expensive, it's not always the be-all end-all, right? The other thing that I brought out here, just so you can see it, now this is it's like a 4th gen iPad Air, because I wanted just to see this is 4th gen. This is a bit older, right? It was the first iPad that actually came out with USB-C. I kind of wanted to see like a size comparison just to put them together, because they both say they're 11-inch. Anyways, this is going to be it here. Oh, it comes with a screen cover, right? That's nice. Comes with a little screen protector. That's handy. You don't see that in other ones. There, yeah. Oh, that's heavy. Whoa, that is heavy. Oh, it feels like it's twice the weight. My goodness, we'll look at that in a minute. That's got some heft to it for sure. What is this? A little strap, because you're gonna need that because it's heavy. You got little things. These are little, I'm guessing these are grips you can put on it so that you could actually mount to this. Comes with a little screwdriver, European plug. That's not overly helpful for me right now, but it charges via USB, so I'm good. It does come with a USB-C to USB-C and a USB, it's weird, right? It's a USB-A, basically a USB-A adapter, sort of. It's a little confusing. That it goes that to that. Would have been just, to me, it would have been just smarter to have something that changes this right here to USB-A, just an adapter for it. But whatever. There's a ridiculously small, nobody's reading that. Oh my gosh, look at this. Look how tiny that is. Some wet wipes there for putting your screen on, and it looks like a SIM card, possibly removal tool or something like that, maybe in there, and some screws. Those screws will be for this. I'm not going to put that on there. Just know that it comes with it, which is pretty cool, and pretty sure there's nothing underneath that. That would be silly if they did. Nope. No, there is not. Okay, that tablet has got some weight. And of course, my battery died for you guys, because that's always important. Anyways, yeah, lots of stuff. We're not going to put that on right now, but we are going to look at this. And I just want to see size-wise, right? So it is, like, it's almost the exact same width as the iPad, but it does seem longer. But I don't know how much of that is actual screen. So I'm thinking the screen inside it, so if we pull this off, you'd think that they'd have a easy pull-off thing. Yes? Very nice. Very nice. So if you look at screen to screen, yeah, you're about the same. This one's definitely got a little bit of a larger, border on it. Not much, though. A little bit, definitely on this side. And because I think the iPad has its camera here versus the camera there, just kind of be aware. This must have a screen protector on it already because there's a couple little bubbles in it. Maybe that's just an extra one. Little bubbles in it already, so I might have to play with that. Anyways, did I tell you how heavy that is? Oh my gosh. And there's your back. So look at the size. Is that a light? That looks like it's some kind of weird light on the back. Look at the size of the cameras back there. They look like they should be massive. Now, these would be the screws that you would take out on both sides to put the handles in so that you could put your hand in here and have that on there nice and secure if you so wanted. There's your flash. Nice looking, though. Just realize if you had to carry around this all day, I get it. Maybe you're in an industry that you need that durability. Yeah, she's got some weight for sure. Volume buttons. I'm guessing this is probably your power button. This is your... Can I see that? What is that here? Oh, that's your SIM card, your TF and your SIM card. So you can just, I guess, pop that open. That's kind of nice that they just slide in there, I guess. I'm guessing you can just pop that out with something. Seems like it should have a good seal. I'm guessing that's your microphone. Another probably microphone right there. Nothing on that side. Yeah, everything's sealed. Is this your USB? Is this your charger? Yeah. Everything seems to have a nice seal on it. Again, it is IP. It says, what, IP67, 68 rated? That's all right. And then, yeah. All right, let's see what kind of boot up this has. Ready? Let's turn this on. I don't even know if it has power. Oh, there it goes. Vibrating. You guys see that okay? Hotwave. Hotwave. Power by it. Now, it's already a little smudgy. I wish they would have put a little cleaning cloth in there. That would have been useful. But we'll see how long it takes to just boot up originally. It's probably going to take a while because I got to log into all my stuff. Anyways, what I'll probably do for you guys is I'm going to just go through the boot up here real fast. And then what we'll do is I'm going to run some benchmarks on it to see how it works and play with it. All right. Hi there. Little hi there. Start. Connecting to your mobile network. So I don't have, if you have SIM cards, insert them now. I don't. That's good. Connecting to Wi-Fi. So I need to find my Wi-Fi password. So I'm going to do some of this stuff. I'll be right back. Now, because this has a pretty hefty battery on it, I would think that you should get a good amount of time when you're actually using it. Even out of the box, this says it has like, what is that, 98%? Yeah, 98% battery. Man, that's heavy. That'll take you a little bit of time to get used to, for sure. Anyways, I connected to the Wi-Fi. I'm going to run through the setup, and then I'll be right back, and we'll do some benchmarking. All right, guys, so I've been playing around with the tablet. My hair, right? It's early. My hair's a mess. It's okay. It's all good. Doesn't matter. And I've ran some benchmark tests. So I just want to bring up some of the results here just so you guys can kind of see. First test that I went through is Geekbench 6. So Geekbench 6, as you can see here, it actually took almost every one of these tests actually took a lot longer than I thought it should take to run them. I don't think that this is a ridiculously powerful tablet by any means. I think this is a tablet that you and I would buy primarily for its adequate power if you're using it for work and for like business and things like that. But I tested it in all aspects. So if you look at Geekbench here, it did take a fair bit of time to actually run, and you're going to end up not fantastic, really. It's not 386 for single core when you're looking at CPU, and multi-core coming in at 1349. Now, a lot of tablets in that out right now can get higher than 1349 on a single core, let alone multi-core scores. So kind of be aware of that. But again, these are just benchmarks, so we have to take that with a little bit of a grain of salt. Now, when we ran the CPU, I want to say that it changed and we got significantly better performance. But to be honest with you, GPU 459. Again, if you guys compare that to modern day, especially flagship type tablets, you're gonna see those numbers be significantly higher. Some of the tablets that I saw were hitting multiple thousands. So, we're hitting 459 Geekbench, Okay, that it's kind of is what it is, right? Here's a benchmark result here, right? And you're looking at the Samsung Galaxy Z Folio, which is a new device. So this, it's a flagship device, but almost 9,200. So that's a big difference. Now, a new test that we did was Geekbench actually has this AI test. Now, I don't know what the numbers should be like on this because there's not a lot of other pieces of hardware out there that have a lot of specs on this, but it's a Geekbench AI. Again, we ran it through. And again, it did take a little bit of time, but you guys will be able to see the numbers up here. I'm expecting flagships are going to get significantly higher in regards to this, but it can do it, and it seemed to do it okay. Now, looking at 3D Mark, this is definitely where it's suffered a bit. You could definitely see some of the processor having a little bit of struggle. We were not getting any kind of high frame rates at all. So if you're looking at doing like high-end gaming and anything like that, or even probably moderate to high-end gaming, I'd probably say this isn't going to be the tablet for you. Now, if you're getting this even maybe for the kids, or you're going to be using this as a work tablet, and you are like letting the kids have it because they're young, and you're like, they're going to drop it. That's guaranteed. They're just going to drop it. Well, then this may not be a bad option because it's got all this IP rating, right? So it's got this drop proof and dust and some water resilience and things like that, which could be good. And it can play. Now, it can play some games. Just realize that it's not going to play them to the level that a flagship would. And a lot of the games that I tried, well, I only tried 2, but you could see that there was a little bit of a pull down in the graphics. Plus, you could see that, it wasn't quite as smooth. That frame rate is not pushing as high as you and I may want it, but it was definitely playable. So this is kind of what we got as a result with 3D Mark. So cool. I ended up playing a couple games with this. So as you can see here, I brought up Diablo because I think that's, fairly intensive. It's not crazy, but it's fairly intensive. And it is a game that I think a lot of us like to play. It's one of the games that I have on all my phones and tablets, and I just like to play around with it because it's fun. And you can see here, 100% playable, no issues. Again, not as smooth as I've seen on some other tablets, but playable. You know, it's you're not rocking a flagship. So it actually performed probably a little better than I actually thought it was. So pretty good. Last game that I tried here was Asphalt Legends, and you could definitely see that there was a reduction in graphics. Like the graphics came down a lot. I'm pretty sure that it's doing that inside the software of the game to just allow it to get high enough frame rate so that it is playable, which is cool. But you definitely can see that the graphics were low, 100% low. For the fact that this can push out, you know, full HD, we definitely weren't getting that, and you could see a lot of jagged edges, and the frame rate wasn't as high as, you know, I don't even know if it was pushing, maybe it was pushing 30, maybe a close, possibly, but again, playable. So you know what, that's okay. I'll take that. I'll take that as sort of a win. And then last but not least, just a couple photos and videos. I'll just put them up on the screen so that you can see what the camera is capable of. If you think that they're fine, then cool. You know what? Budget cameras, right? Who should buy this? I think this is the tablet. Not if you are being like, oh, you know what? It's going to compete with flagships out there, because it's not. It's not going to do that. So you're going to be disappointed. This is for, in my opinion, someone that doesn't mind spending that little bit of extra money to get really physically, I want to say, I use this term lightly, like a bulletproof tablet, right? Something that's just going to be a little more drop friendly, a little bit more water friendly. It's going to be dust friendly, things like that. So if you're using this out in a construction site where you're just running like work software, things like that, this is going to be probably really good for it. It's got some weight. Just realize it does have some weight to it. But I think that's really the target audience for something like this, because you don't need gaming performance, right? You don't need graphic performance. You need to run spreadsheets, and you need to run invoices, and you need to run email and some browsing software and things like that. And it can do all that really well. Screen brightness, decent. You know, it's not the best out there, but it's decent. Screen responsiveness was good. So for touch interaction was good. The buttons seem well put together. Everything's got a nice click. It was easy to operate. And it seems to have a decent build. Performance-wise, it lacks, but I don't, again, think that's the target demographic that it's going after. So, my 2 cents. I will put links down below to where you can see this, where you can pick one up once they become available. I'm doing this video on a pre-release, so just kind of be aware. And I'm going to leave you there. The R9 Pro 11-inch. I like the size. Weight's hefty, but it's still cool. All right, guys, I'm out. Later.